Welcome into the First Alert News Center. I'm Hannah Burbank, and here are today's top stories. Starting with story number 5. A candidate for sheriff in Fairfield County is not qualified to be sheriff under state law, but he will still be on the ballot in the June 11th primary. The state Democratic Party allowed Wallace Coleman on the ballot. Now party officials say they cannot take him off. In his filing affidavit, Coleman wrote he has 14 years of experience as a Class 1 law enforcement officer certified by the South Carolina Law Enforcement Training Council. Now, the South Carolina Criminal Justice Academy said he has never been a certified Class 1 law enforcement officer. Coleman was a state constable. Our investigative reporter Cynthia Beasley looked into what happens if he wins the election. You can find her full investigative piece on our website, WISTV.com, under the WIS Investigates tab. Now to our fourth top story, Fairfield County Coroner Chris Hill released the name of a victim involved in a shooting that happened late Thursday night at a home on Comet Lane. The victim has been identified as 23-year-old Eric Mabin of Winnsboro. An autopsy is scheduled for Tuesday. An investigation showed an unknown man approached the home, fired multiple times into the front door, killing Mabin. Investigators believe the victim was targeted, according to FCSO. And our third top story, a primate is on the loose in Walterboro, and authorities are attempting to capture it. The Colleton County Sheriff's Office said in a post to X that they were aware of the loose primate roaming in the area of Mallard Street. Colleton County deputies say anyone who lives in the area should take caution and call the Sheriff's Office if they see the primate. We'll be right back with the rest of our top stories after this quick break.
During my 30-plus years at WIS, I've covered a lot of baseball. One memory that really stands out, the 2010 National Championship by the Gamecocks. They had a victory parade down Main Street to the State House. An estimated crowd of 40,000 people were on hand. Young, old, black, white, so many folks coming together to celebrate a great sports accomplishment. WIS 10, connection happens here.
Welcome back to today's top stories. We pick back up with our second top story of the day. A suspect in a deadly shooting that happened Monday turned himself in today. 18-year-old Demetrius Reed is one of 3 people responsible for the sudden death of Blaine Varner, who was caught in the crossfire between 2 other cars on North Purdy Street near Broad Street. Authorities say the shooting happened after a group of men were selling a gun at a home and then began chasing and shooting at each other in their cars. The 2 other suspects, Calvin Epps and Travis Rimpert Jr., have already been arrested. Reed is being charged with murder. And our top story of the day, Casey Elementary Assistant Principal Ashley Calder will be representing South Carolina as one of the contestants for Mrs. America in August. Mrs. America, much like Miss America, is a pageant where one woman represents each state plus the District of Columbia. 51 married women compete for this title, and Calder wants to use her national platform to promote child inclusion. And that's all for today's top stories. You can find all of these stories and more up on our website, WISTV.com.